Hey, welcome back guys, it's Jeff from Home RenoVision DIY here, and today we are doing an assembly job. We're putting together a 10x10 pergola from Costco. I love shopping there because they have great quality products. They seem to have a good handle on quality control. Never bought anything there I wasn't happy with when it came to their furniture. So this is the gig. We're gonna build it right here. This is gonna be where the dining room table for their outdoor barbecue / fire pit retreat center is. The goal here is to build this in less than 4 hours. I've seen online where people are saying it takes 7 or 8 hours, and there's a reason for that, and that is this. There are 2 packages of this. All these little nuts and bolts, they're machine thread, they're Allen keyed together. That's a lot of work. We're gonna show you a couple of tips and tricks so you can cut down the installation time, and hopefully we'll be able to build this before lunch. All right, first step is to see if we can identify the size of these Allen keys. The instruction manual simply says, use this number, right? And this is how many of them there are. I'm thinking M6 is metric. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I went to the Home Depot and I got this little here. This is an Allen key that goes inside a magnetic bit drive. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can line any of these up. Yeah, I think they're the same. All right, let's try one of these screws here. This is actually gonna be easier. Oh, perfect fit. Oh, sweet. Here's the deal. I was at the Home Depot and I was looking for this. I couldn't find it. Okay, you have the wall of bits. And what happened is somebody stocked in front of this all the Torx bits that are exactly the same packaging. Completely different product, same packaging, and I couldn't find it. So luckily, Russ, the local rep for DeWalt, was working at that store that day, and he knew exactly what I was talking about. He ran over, he found it for me. So cheers to Russ, appreciate your help, buddy. And this is something that I'm going to find a container to put these in for later. This is a game changer for everybody out there installing furniture. Get yourself one of these bit sets. This is $7. I bet it's going to save me about 3 hours because I've got over 300 of these screws. Now that means this, almost a minute for every screw using an Allen key, right? I'm going to have a wall of guys waiting in line just to come over and Allen key all day long. We're going to destroy our wrists. But with this, now I can install my screws in seconds instead of minutes. That means I'm gonna save about 300 minutes. That's easy, 2 hours. Like, easy. Money in the bank. Amazing when you think about it. But a $7 kit like this to replace Allen keys means you can use a drill to assemble all your furniture. That means with that $7 investment and a decent drill, you can join the gig economy and install furniture in a third of the time that a homeowner could. Now that makes you very valuable. And if you need to learn about how you can join the gig economy, work on your spare time, making some extra cash, we'll put a link in the video description down below because that is something I firmly believe in. It's the season to work your butt off, guys. So if you've got spare time, make some spare money. All right, guys, so here we are. I'm gonna show you how to set up your drill. This is a regular drill driver, okay? It's not an impact driver. I'm gonna turn it, power. It's getting old, number 1. That slows it down dramatically, right? And I'm gonna take it off of the drill, go to low power. We're going to start off at number 5. All right, here's why. And when there's resistance, no, that's not good enough. We'll go to number 3. When there's resistance, nothing happens. Okay, which means you can't over tighten. So we're going to start even at number 2, and if it doesn't put the screw all the way in, then we'll go up to number 3. This is your protection so that you don't destroy your screws and strip them. You won't break the heads off, all right? Be gentle, we'll develop our system as we go. But because we're installing screws into machine threads that's already in the metal, we have to be able to be very careful. We're not gonna strip everything. So the key is this, put it in reverse, set the screw really slow, and you'll hear a click when it sits into the groove. Then you can go forward, slowly drive it, confirm you're good, boom, finish it off. And then when it gets all the way done, it'll just stop moving. This is how you can install lightning fast without having to be super careful. And it's going to save you all the time and all the aggravation, and you won't get a wrist cramp. Cheers. So the plan here, if you can't find that drill bit, what you want to do is you take your Allen key, all right? And what we're going to do is we're going to clamp it to a 2x4 here, twice. All right. And we're just going to cut off the end. Here we go. Beautiful. There we go. Now, this will only work on a drill with a chuck, so make sure you got the right drill before you pull a something like this. And now we have a drill bit. Here we go. pretty darn almost perfect. Okay, now the instructions. Step 1, 10 feet by 10 feet. That's what those are. That's the outside dimension, so that'll be the bar that goes around the top. These are obviously our posts. It's all about the packaging, eh? So it's easy to identify the top and the bottom on this bad boy, isn't it? Half of the job today is going to be taking the packaging off all this stuff. So step 1 is to attach the bases. Each one of these legs. We got the rail, we got the base. I need V times 12. Okay, so U, X, Y, V's. So I need 12 of these. So here we go. We're on the second power on the chuck. There we go. Wow, we don't want to go any tighter than that. That's good. The goal here is to be able to get it nice and tight without shearing the head off. That is the biggest concern. And because this is all prefabbed in a factory somewhere, there we go. We're going to go in reverse again. Can we be real quiet? Let's see if we can hear this actually happen. Right there. And then I'm not going to tighten that up yet. I want to get the other screw in position. Right there. That is so much better than using a wrench by hand. You know, the only reason they put those Allen keys in there is because most homeowners don't know how to use this tool. They don't dial down the speed, all right? And so they're going to be up here maximum strength. Ah! Breaking the heads off. They're going to be on the 1-800 number. Why are your screws crap? Years ago, they stopped putting regular screws and went to Allen keys almost across the board for everything shipped overseas to avoid the warranty issues. Working by hand, it's hard to cross thread, it's hard to over torque, and it eliminated a lot of problems. So you can be smart, save yourself a lot of hours, buy the right drill, turn down the torque, cut off the tip, use it like a drill bit. Perfect every time. All right, okay guys. Now, I think for the purpose of this video, we're gonna just jump into time-lapse for you, okay? And every time there's something really interesting about the build, we'll come out of time-lapse and bring you up to speed. If I find anything outside of following the instructions that's gonna be useful, tips or tricks, then we'll share them with you as we go along. Cheers. There we go, guys. We got our 4 posts done. That only took about a couple minutes. What we're going to do is, it is currently 10:35. We're going to just time this today and see how long this actually takes. Give you an idea about the time saving that was, because that was 12 screws. If done by hand, it would take 15 minutes. We just assembled all of those in like 60, 80 seconds. Stupid crazy fast. Just to make life a little simpler here, we're going to line up, give or take. I'm going to just use my clamp here to hold this in place, so we can work together to screw the other side, all right? We're gonna have to do this a few times.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
So take the clamp off. There you go. All right, I'm gonna put the screw in first with a bit of gap. I'm just gonna go backwards until you hear that sound, okay? There. Now I know I'm sitting in the thread. Tighten it just a little bit. You wanna get all your screws in whenever you're dealing with prefab before you tighten. Got it. And this is going to probably twist the post a little bit as it goes in, all right? There we go. Found the sweet spot. Can you imagine doing that with a bloody Allen key? Now we're going to go to the time lapse. This will make a lot more sense. little tricky. These are really stabilizing the post to be perfectly square. So getting on a ladder and identifying if the post needs to move left or right or twist, just to line up all these holes is the key. If you just try to force it, you're gonna end up stripping all the screws, pre-drilled thread inside the aluminum. And remember, it's aluminum. That means soft metal. Take some care. The bracket support a little bit here, just to allow for a little bit easier movement. Okay. One of the keys to doing installations is tighten everything up when all of the screws in the same area are installed. Now, this is a lot easier to move around. I'll be able to find my spot. There it is. Okay, boom. Piece of cake. Now all my screws are in, I can tighten up. All right. It looks like in good Costco fashion, we have additional fasteners of every kind so far. Love a company that gives you extra fasteners. All right, so now we have to attach the interior rails, and it's for the curtains that go along with this, and then the corner braces, and the outside corners. And these are caps that go over top of all of this, make it nice and pretty, and we'll probably just do that again. We'll see you on the other side. That's what you're working with. You can see better than I can, right? I have to be on the ladder.
Yeah, I can basically do this on my own.
I know. Can you see that though? Mm-hmm. All right. Can you just put 2 screws in real quick? And just don't tighten them up. All right. Leave everything sloppy. There you go. So the next 4 steps are finished. We've got our outside corners on. We've got our rails here to hang our curtains, okay? This is bracketing. This is designed to be attached to the ceiling panels once they get installed. And of course our corner braces. Now, all of this we've left loose. We aren't tightening anything yet. Here's why. Right here, we want to make sure that these are together, right? And then we'll tighten them. Because we want to be able to have the curtain function seamless. Now my particular drill, I've got the ability to adjust my strength on my driver. So it's sensitive to my finger, and it only has so much power based on where the setting is. This is safe, and I can use my finger to control. These are tight. These are loose all around because our roof panel's attached to these. Once the roof is all attached, then we'll come back and we'll tighten everything up in place. The basic law of pre-machined holes means everything's got to line up. And if your deck isn't perfectly square, perfectly level, perfectly flat, and all the posts and machinery that's gone on isn't perfect, you can't install the roof. So by leaving everything disassembled just a bit, even these corner brackets, right, allows everything to make adjustments and manipulate while we're installing. And then we can finish the installation of the roof panels top down and then come inside and tighten everything up. That is how you get a great installation. If you tighten everything as you go, things get screwed up. They get forced out of 90, right? And then nothing else will line up and you'll drive yourself crazy trying to finish a project. So that's the secret to install. I know, it's not sexy, but it works. It is exactly 60 minutes since we started, and we are ready to start putting on the roof. We're halfway through our fasteners. That's how quick this can go if you have the right bit. We're gonna leave a little bit of room for things to move around, right? I don't even know if I can do this on my own, but I'm gonna try. Matt just went for a little bit of a errand here. So I am going to try to see if this can even be done on your own or not. Got a bad feeling this is gonna be a 2-person job. Okay. I am too short for this. I need you to hold that all together, actually. Did you bring that ladder? Ah, nice. So flip it over and hold her up in the air. And come back my way a couple inches. Let me get my first screw in here, Matt, and that should pretty much establish the rest of this. You gotta go a little higher. And we are gonna go right about there. Okay, and you got another screw on top of your ladder. All right, hand me the drill. And you can just hold that in position. You on top? Yeah, there we go. And okay, boom, and on your ladder. Same thing, these things sit on top. Okay, so we're running into another challenge here. The really long supports were sitting on the bench in the sun while we had our break, and the shorter ones were in the shade. Aluminum actually responds to that kind of radiation heat from the sun so fast, the long ones got too long, and now the short ones can't meet up. Absolutely phenomenal. We're loosening off all of our connections. We're gonna have to just muscle this together. But that's the kind of thing to consider when you're working. Totally forgot that someone's gonna come around the corner of the house there. And now we gotta work for it. Unbelievable. I had to remove these screws and create 3/8 gap just to get the distance to get. What a pain in the ass. All right. Again, everything gets tightened when we're done. Thank you, sir. This is number 3. Okay, last one. Are you serious? That's not grabbing. There we go. So that's that. I mean, I'm so sensitively, I'm kind of nervous about tightening anything because all these panels have got the same issue, right? Like,
you gotta do panels first then.
We got to do all the panels on the roof before we can even tighten everything up. Flip this, goes in, that one goes in. Not too hard. And then that corner seems to be overlapping. At least it's a little bit better looking. If nothing else, it looks right. All my years of experience, you put the box down top up on the bottom. And I'll tell you why. Because now you can cut all that tape in one swoop. All right? Try opening that from the other side. You'd end up having to put the knife through the top of the cardboard, and then you inevitably always damage the product. Navy SEAL slicing someone's neck, didn't you? Okay.
Organizational purposes.
These are the big ones. So stop for a second.
3.
Yeah, I'm gonna square this off. Way down here. Okay. I'm gonna stand through the gap. That looks like a healthy spot to be. Okay, because this automatically makes contact with something. Right? Right here. These just go together. Come so. And they just slide right in. They just slide the 2 in. It's a U channel, all 3 sides, and it just gets screwed together. That's brilliant. I'm starting with my hand just to make sure I don't cross thread. There's multiple layers of metal here, right? All right. Are you up high enough?
Yes. Is there a specific way?
It goes in the middle.
Oh, I see.
There you go, don't move.
You've never seen that done?
Yeah, well that's sketchy. It's gonna wreck all the powder coated paint off of this. Okay, we're good. Is that loose at all? No. Good.
Look.
Okay, well.
There you go.
Okay. Now it makes sense. Okay. There we go. Boom.
All right, all of them are done.
Now this is all making sense. Why is this so tight? Did you tighten all these?
No.
This one doesn't move.
Did you go in after and tighten them?
No. Can you go do that, please? There's no way we're gonna get all over. Nice and easy because of the wind, eh? I want you to pass it to me in the direction that it's gonna lay down. I don't wanna have to whip this stuff around like a sail. Is a number 4, check this out. It goes through the 2 panels, little organization, so there's different screws for different locations because of the different combinations of depth that we're gonna need. So every picture number has a different fastener number. So what I did is I took all the fasteners that are for picture number 1 and put them in my front left pocket, my right rear pocket, and my right left pocket, okay? And so that's how I'm just patted down here so that we can communicate effectively. What a pain. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, baby.
So we're just gonna do the last panel on camera so you can see the communication lines. Matt's got the pictures and the plan with him. I've got all my hardware in my butt. And now we're gonna install this together. Last panel row, buddy.
Sick.
Nice.
Last one of its kind.
Oh, buddy. Oh, sticker.
Oh.
All right, next panel. Okay. Now this is just a overlap seam. The edges all go into the grooves up here. Okay. Now I need one of the regular T's, whatever those are. Yeah, the T's. Okay. So the whole bottom row is T. I don't have those in my pocket. We're gonna put all those in when we're done.
You gotta slide the whole sheet to away from you.
Away from me. Talk
Also let it go towards the end.
towards the end.
Yep.
Okay.
Back to me. There you go.
So I got it.
Yeah, slide it up a bit.
I don't have a hole here.
Here. Yeah, push it in. There you go.
There we go. Got it. He's gonna attach the nut. Just get it started.
Yeah.
And he's gonna put a pair of pliers on it.
There you go.
And then I'm gonna drive it home.
Okay.
Why are we not grabbing?
We got it. We got it. We're not grabbing because we haven't put it in the bottom of it.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Next panel. Now, the hardware here is designed so that as you stand through the roof, you can always reach all of the fastener locations. There we go. Make sure everything. I'm not in line here yet, Matt. There am I missing?
Good. Now you're there.
I got it? Okay, okay, so this is the middle row in the picture. My middle left,
Rear right.
rear right pocket.
Just right in the middle, right?
What?
Right in the middle.
No, middle left.
Middle left is a 4, right left, rear left pocket.
Rear left pocket. Got it. Okay. Am I in the right location?
Yep.
Beautiful. You got a nut on you? Okay. Sorry, resistance.
Yep.
Done. Next panel. Look at me getting more sunshine today.
And after this.
This is crazy. Okay, hang on. Okay. All right. Over that. Okay. Now the one in the middle I already know. That was my right rear pocket. Middle. Now all I gotta do is find the location where that screw goes and drive that one in. Okay, top middle was front left.
Middle is the one, which is front left. Yep.
Okay, and then the bottom middle was number 3, which is also front left.
Yep.
Don't know why, still don't know why they use different numbers for those. Different pictures. Okay, we're good. Top or bottom first?
Top.
Okay.
Alright. Whoop. Alright. There you go.
Okay, bottom.
Yep.
Done. Ooh. Almost lost my bit. I gotta move outside of the roof now. Okay. And then the, can't have a white sticker sitting there every time Christina looks out the roof.
You got it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Come on, you bugger. Keeps on moving around on me. What the heck? Middle right.
Middle right is a 4, which is your rear left.
Okay. You still got nuts on you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and there's your resistance.
Alright.
Beautiful. Last panel. You got your pliers on you?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
Done. Boom. Now, we still have 33 screws to put in on the perimeter. It's 2:30. We've been here for 2 hours now, putting the whole roof on. Cheers. Leave me hanging. And then we gotta just tighten up all the rail because all this roof panel is attached. Remember these rails that were inside at the top are all nice and loosey-goosey? Just to make a lining easier. So we'll attach all the screws, tighten her up, and put her in position and screw her to the floor. Loving this day. Two screws to tighten down the bracket that holds the roof on. Now that everything's connected, okay, we're basically going this post right in front of this post, okay? Because these two outside corners I want to get right into that rim joist. All right? So we'll, boy, that was heavy just carrying those boxes back, wasn't it? You're taller than I am, it's not fair. Okay, to the wall first, and then towards me. Another 3 inches. Good. All right. That's my rim. The only thing we want to do before we put the screws in is grab a level. We'll just make sure that all the posts are in perfect level position. We're going to mount it to the actual deck frame. All we got to do now, hang a curtain and put in a couple of base screws. I think you've seen enough, eh? Now you got all the confidence in the world to do this. Remember, it all comes down to this. Read your instructions. Have a map for your screws in your pockets. Get the right drill bit or make it yourself. You can do this 2.5, 3.5, 3.5 hours. Said and done. Wow, that's half the time that they recommend you set aside for the project. Wait a second, I almost forgot. One more thing, because I've read the instructions. There was one more key instruction that I'm going to show you in case you live in a 4-season climate. Check this out. They recommend, because this is all aluminum, and because northern climates, we can get seasons where we get a ton of rain. Set that down on the ground, put your foot on it, and it lifts right up. Okay, bring it up to the roof and help carry your load. Now here's the best part. Because of the way that these feet work, you can actually twist this to loosen it or tighten it. Okay, there you go, done. What are we rated for here? Up to 13 feet, and it should have something on here. Probably says something like 400 or 500 pounds, but the point is, reinforcing this aluminum structure to carry the load is super key to getting through the winter, because you don't want to put all this time and energy investment into something that's going to break, because they warned you in the instructions to do this. So if it collapses due to bad weather, you're on the hook for it all by yourself. Cheers to next time.